Good afternoon, good evening. Oh man, what a day. God is good. Thank you, Jesus. And I want to say this. Everybody that's in the building, hopefully you're having a wonderful day. And if you're not having a good day, hopefully it gets a lot better. I want to say to everybody that's in the building, whenever you watch it, I want to say God bless, keep your head up no matter what you're going through. God would always be with you. And the topic of today, right? We got a few things to talk about, but the main thing I want to talk about, right, is the Minnesota Vikings and these last four games. These last four games are extremely important for the franchise. These last four games can determine what direction they're going in when it comes to the quarterback, when it comes to our head coach, our GM. We shall see in these last four games. The Vikings' next four games against the Cowboys, Giants, Packers, and Lions are extremely important. And shout out to my guy, Mike. What's good with you? Y'all need to draft a quarterback. We might. I don't think we're drafting them in the first round because I think that when you draft a top 10 pick in 2024, you're not going to draft another top first round pick again. I could see them probably drafting another quarterback probably in the later rounds, but I don't see them. I don't see the Vikings drafting a quarterback in the first round. Like I don't see that. Even if they lose out, if they lose to the Cowboys, Giants, Packers, and Lions the last four games of the season, even if the Vikings lose out, bro, I don't see them. I don't see them drafting another quarterback to develop. I think they'd rather make a trade for a veteran quarterback that already knows how to pretty much play a little bit. You know what I mean? Um, Lions and Packers automatic L. Uh, we already beat the Lions already, bro. We already beat the Lions earlier in the season. So that's not an automatic L, to be honest with you. It's in division games, bro. Division games, and you know this can go either way. Shout out to Dizzy. What's good with you, bro? Terry Cole, what's good? He said we need a Final Four to make it 100, just one game at a time. Yeah, man. We just gotta take one game at a time. Like all these games, next everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Lions are trash. I don't think the Lions are trash, but I always say that division games, it don't matter what record a team has. If you play a division rival, it's always hard to watch, bro. It's always hard to call the game. I mean, it could be a 50-50 coin flip, no matter what the record for both teams are. You know, a team could be 10-0 and go against a team in their division that is 1-9, and that 1-9 team could pull it off and win. There's many factors. You underestimate your competition, and also it's a division game. Division games are like the biggest rival games in the NFL. So when you go, like for instance, right? I'm a Viking fan, but one of the biggest rivals and shout out to my guy Mike in the building. Everybody hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. One of the biggest rivals in football is the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Cowboys and the Eagles are one of the biggest rivalries. It don't matter if the Eagles suck. It doesn't matter if the Cowboys suck or if the Cowboys are good and the Eagles suck. Guess what? It's still going to be a good game. It's still going to be a 50-50 coin flip. So division games is always hard to call. You know what I mean? It's very hard to call. First round. And we'll see what happens. Everybody keep it PG in the comments. If you can, keep it PG in the comments. All right, so drafting a quarterback in a weak quarterback draft makes no sense, especially after using a first round draft already. Yes, you know what's crazy? In my honest opinion, right? Not even crazy, right? I will be very surprised if they draft a quarterback any point of this draft. I don't think the Vikings want to develop a quarterback. I don't think the Vikings coaching staff, if they keep Kwesi as the GM, if they keep Kevin O'Connell as the head coach, listen, they're not trying to develop another quarterback. They're going to develop J.J. McCarthy, and they're going to try to get a veteran quarterback in the offseason. But it really depends on how they do in these last four games. Because say the Vikings lose out. Say the Vikings lose to the Cowboys badly. I'm not even talking about close. I'm talking about badly, right? Say they lose to the Giants, badly. Say they lose to the Packers, badly. Say they lose to the Lions, badly. The last 4 games, say they just get destroyed. There's going to be a lot of questions for the offseason. There's so many routes that we can go. We can go the route of maybe Kevin O'Connell ain't the right head coach. We can go maybe J.J. McCarthy ain't the right quarterback. In some people's eyes, that's already a fact. To some people, I think you got to give him more time. And then you're going to have a lot of people already are saying Kwesi should be fired because of some of the bad draft picks, and I hold him accountable as well. But these last 4 games are so important, man. People don't understand how important these games are because you want to go into the next season with momentum, with something to look forward to. Right now, there's a big question mark for the Vikings. So if you go into next season with no momentum, with nothing really to look forward to because you don't know what you have in our quarterback, or you don't know if Kevin O'Connell even wants to develop a quarterback, you don't know if Kwesi's even going to draft the correct players. There's so many questions, bro. Should have stayed with Darnold and let 9 alternate till he gets comfortable. Hey, listen, I would say this, though, bro. When it comes to, see, people always say quarterbacks, everybody wants to copy off of, like, the Packers and what they did, right? When they had Brett Favre and they let Aaron Rodgers sit, and they had Aaron Rodgers, they let Jordan Love sit. Not everybody can sit 3-4 years to develop, bro. You might be able to sit maybe 1 year, depending on how high of a draft pick you are, but you're not sitting that many years. And J.J. McCarthy sat 1 year because of injury. It wasn't because of somebody that was in front of him that was so much better than him. Even though Sam Darnold had a great season, nobody knew Sam Darnold was going to be this good. So it wasn't really like, he has somebody that's an all-time great in front of him. It was really because he got hurt. Because I keep saying that he could have probably won that job after that Raiders game, but he tore his meniscus. But he sat 1 year. So if we did franchise tag Sam Darnold, right? And he had another decent season, right? And maybe we won 1 playoff game this time. And then what do you do next? Do you franchise tag him again? Then you won't do that, right? Because it goes up. You play J.J. McCarthy. And say, for hypothetically speaking, say you sat him for 2 seasons. One, because he tore his meniscus. The second season, you franchise tag Sam Darnold. Say J.J. McCarthy sat for 2 seasons, and he still isn't like up to speed. What do you do in that situation? And you let Sam Darnold go. So my whole thing is this: I think this might have been the best situation for when. Now that I really think about it, I feel like this could have been the best situation for J.J. McCarthy to just go through these growing pains this year and maybe not sit an extra year. Now, I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the point. This happened. This was a blessing in disguise because now he's getting all this out the way. If we would have franchise tagged Sam Darnold, and now I'm doing a whole 360, right? Because before I said let him sit another year, but now I'm starting to think maybe this was a blessing that Sam went to the Seahawks. J.J. McCarthy started, and now he's starting to learn the offense. He's starting to learn how to be a dang on professional quarterback, and maybe he can have all that momentum going into 2026 and be a very good quarterback. I don't know, but there's a lot of questions. Because these last 4 games, because I said against the Commanders, and by the way, everybody's in the building, shout out to you. I'm going to get into the comments, so I'm just kind of ranting right now. So just bear with me for a little bit, y'all. Bear with me for a little bit. I'm going to get to the comments very shortly, but do not forget to hit the like button, hit the like button if you haven't already. But say J.J. McCarthy, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. All right, so J.J. McCarthy, in my opinion, it's not about his talent. It's about the play calling. Is Kevin O'Connell able to hold himself back and be like, yo, it worked for you against the Commanders. It could work for you for the rest of your career. I'm not saying that we're going to run the ball 40 times a game or 30 times a game. There's going to be some games where J.J. McCarthy is going to have to throw the ball 40 times a game. There's going to be some times. But until he gets up to speed, that's all I'm saying. Until he gets the experience, until he gets games under his belt, will KOC continue this game plan? Because I'm a little nervous for J.J. McCarthy because I feel like he's going to be like, all right, we did it. the one game. Let's see if you can, I'm gonna give you another 50 million plays and see if you can run the offense. No, bro, keep it the way it is. Let this man get his we know he's confident, but you get what I'm saying. Get used to the NFL. The NFL is way different than college. People got to understand that. And when people be trying to say that even though you're a first round pick that you automatically supposed to be good, it doesn't work like that. Some quarterbacks can do it, some quarterbacks can't. It's so many things. But the the Commanders defense wasn't good. So I seen that happening with JJ McCarthy being good. When it comes to the Cowboys defense ain't that good, y'all. They're 29th in total defense. So if the play calling is good for JJ McCarthy, I see us putting up another 30 points, y'all. I really do. I'm gonna do the same score I did last game, 30-17. I was almost right, except for I underestimated our defense. So 30-17 again against the Cowboys, even going into Dallas, I feel like we can win because I don't see that the Cowboys offense can score that many points against this defense. I just don't see it. I don't see it because this defense is really good. Let me get to the comments. At this point in the season, Mike, where would you like to see your Vikes prioritize in the draft? Draft. You know what? I wanna cheat and say I want to wait until the end of the season. But since you asked me that question, my biggest thing right now, for me, I need a dominant corner. I know I want the best corner available. I'm not the biggest Byron Murphy guy, and I say that respectfully because he's on a defense that's a top 8 defense. So I'm trying to be nice here, but I'm not a Byron Murphy guy like some people, and I'm not hating on the man. I want a corner, man. I want a corner, Lee. I want a corner so bad. I want the next. I'm not saying he's gonna be a Revis or something, but I want a great corner. We haven't had a great corner in a very long time in Minnesota. So I would like to go corner. I will also love to go like maybe I would like to go defensive tackle, right, as well. Because I'm thinking like I don't know about Jonathan Allen. I don't know about Hargrave. I know they're under contract. I don't know how they're going to work that out, but I would want to get a defensive tackle. Now going to offense, so I would like corner and defensive tackle. I would like another safety because I know Harrison Smith is leaving probably. And I would like to get a linebacker. I would like everything, but if I had to go by like 1, 2, or 3, my top 3 choices would be for defense would be corner, defensive tackle, and safety. But linebackers up there too. But I want my corner. Like I don't care. I want the best corner that we can get in the draft. I want a dog. I want someone that can shut down a top wide receiver and we don't have to worry about him for the game. You know what I mean? So I want that. We haven't had that in a long time. The last time we had that was Xavier Rhodes. That was the last time. So, and then when it comes to offense, it depends on Kevin O'Connell's play calling, but I would love to, in no specific order, I would love to get a running back. I know a lot of people are talking about the dude from what's the Bulls' name? What school is he? I can't think of his name. Dang. But I would like to get a running back. I would like to get a tackle, a center, a center. No, actually a center number 2 and another tackle because I'm a little bit nervous about Christian Darrisaw. I'm a little bit nervous about Brian O'Neill because every season they seem like they get hurt every season. So I'm just trying to be proactive and have somebody that can step in eventually if something does happen. So we're not like, oh my gosh, our season is over. We lost our tackle. It's good to have players that can just jump in and be solid. They might not be as good as Brian O'Neill or not as good as Christian Darrisaw, but something is better than nothing. And if you have them in-house and you develop them, you never know. They could maybe be better one day. I don't know. But yeah, Green Bay getting sweep past a couple years, yeah. Speaking on Green Bay fans, always talking mess, but y'all never move past round 1. Green Bay, man, listen, Green Bay got a good chance though, man. Green Bay's a really good team this year, but it's gonna be hard, man. The NFC is definitely up in the air. You know, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. Anything can happen in the playoffs, but The one thing that the Packers have is a very, very good defense. Y'all know how I feel about defense. Defense is my number one thing, to be honest with you. My favorite player of all time is Randy Moss, but in my opinion, I would take a dominant defense over a great offense any day. And the only reason why I say that is because I witnessed it. I witnessed great defenses take down great offenses. Like when you think about it, right? The Giants took down Tom Brady twice. The Eagles took down Patrick Mahomes. I'm just naming a couple of Super Bowls, like 3 Super Bowls, like that I witnessed. I was like, oh my gosh, how did Tom Brady get stopped by the Giants? But it happened. It happened, y'all. So I'm just saying, I'll take a dominant defense. But my only thing is we have an offensive minded head coach. And then Brian Flores most likely is going to, excuse me, Brian Flores is going to most likely leave. So you're going to have to figure out your defensive coordinator. You're going to have to figure out some things. And our defense might take a step back next year. I'm just letting y'all know. So our offense definitely has to be better to kind of like cover up the deficiencies on defense next year. Because if Brian Flores leaves, our defense is not going to be as good. I just don't think it will be. Speaking on, we need a touch up on O-line and corners. I love it. O-line and corners. I want a center so bad. I want like a really, really I want a Hall of Fame center one day. Like I want to get a Hall of Fame center, draft me a center, go get me another tackle. Yeah. Wentz, he said Wentz wasn't it. I dislike him for beating us that year. The Eagles won a few years ago, but it's still respect. Yo, Wentz actually kept us afloat though. If it wasn't for Wentz, we wouldn't have 5 wins right now because JJ McCarthy missed a few games. And if we was going, I'm saying this respectfully, Max Brosmer, we seen it. And I'm not trying to be mean. And then it's on top of that, before we had Carson Wentz, we had Sam Howell. We got rid of Sam Howell right before the season started. We traded him. Who we traded him to? The Eagles? I don't even know who we traded him to. But Carson Wentz, for a person that just got on the team, I think he was decent. He wasn't like an all-time great backup like Nick Foles, but he was decent to get us 2 wins, I believe. 2 wins, right? So, I mean, he was all right. He's a backup. Green Bay too arrogant. Yeah, Green Bay, hey, listen, they're going to talk, bro. Until they lose this year, they're going to talk because I'm going to tell you right now, Green Bay got some dogs on defense, man. Their defense is really good. Kevin O'Connell has already proven he isn't a head coach. He's a coordinator. You might be right, bro. Cheers for Mario. My boy Angel in the building, baby. We look so good on paper. Everyone wants to play the role until the director says action. But talk that talk, Mike respectfully said. Yeah. Like, and that's another thing. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. On paper, I love what you just said, Terry. Because on paper, the Vikings look so freaking good. But you want to know the problem? What we all underestimated? It wasn't really about the players that we got. It was the players we lost. And the reason why I say that, because you put all the eggs in one basket with JJ McCarthy, and he wasn't ready. He wasn't necessarily ready. I feel like, what am I trying to say? So I feel like JJ McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell put too much pressure on him when it comes to the play calling. I feel like you go from a veteran quarterback like Sam Darnold to a pretty much a rookie. That's a lot to ask for a ready-to-win team right now. Like, I mean, you do have Justin Jefferson. You do have Jordan Addison. You do have Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. You have a so-called good offensive line, but they just got healthy at the end of the season. They've been hurt all year. But besides all that, it was Kevin O'Connell putting too much responsibility on a first-year quarterback. And I feel like Viking fans, we did improve in certain areas on the team besides defensive tackle, in my opinion. But what we didn't improve was the most important position. Because even though I like JJ McCarthy, he's not on a Sam Darnold level right now. Eventually, he probably will be. But we kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? We overrated what Kevin O'Connell would do and JJ McCarthy would do being a rookie and that's just what it is. I don't think it was like, because I think some of the moves, like Eric Wilson was a big pickup. I think Isaiah Rodgers, he has his moments where you're like, oh my gosh, the man can't tackle. But Isaiah Rodgers, I think, was a decent pickup. I think we got a lot of dogs on defense. We have, and then on paper, when you think about even the offense, when you talk about the offense, when you have a Justin Jefferson, a Jordan Addison, you sign Ryan Kelly, you sign Will Fries, you're thinking everybody's gonna be healthy. You draft Donovan Jackson. You have a healthy Christian Darrisaw after like week 3. He in and out of the lineup because of health, and then Brian O'Neill in and out of the lineup. So you're assuming everything's gonna be good, but injuries happen, and on top of that, I'm gonna still keep on saying the same thing. I feel like Kevin O'Connell just gave too much pressure, gave too much responsibility to our young quarterback. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Would you rather have Shadir Sanders? Would I rather have Shadir Sanders? I would say this. I wouldn't mind bringing him in for competition if the Browns want to draft a top quarterback in this upcoming draft. I wouldn't mind him in Minnesota and having competition. Why not? What is everybody? Why would anybody be scared? You know what I mean? We at the end of the day, we just want to win a Super Bowl, and whoever the best quarterback is, that's the route I will go. What I will say is this: I just feel like there'll be too much attention, too much negative attention. Not because of Shadir, it's because people. This is what I'm starting to feel, right? When it comes to Kevin O'Connell, you can't say nothing about him because he's the greatest coach of all time, right? To some people. When it comes to JJ McCarthy, I'm neutral. I want the best for him. I believe in JJ McCarthy. But if you say anything like, for instance, like I was saying that he needs to work on not turning the ball over. Oh, well, he's only a rookie and that's going to happen. Then they start bringing up Peyton Manning and Josh Allen. I'm like, bro, for every Peyton Manning that probably led the NFL in interceptions, there's 100 busts. There's a million busts. That's like 1 in a million when you talk about Peyton Manning. That doesn't happen for a player to lead the NFL in interceptions and then become an all-time great quarterback. That doesn't happen all like that. And that's what I was trying to tell people. But when you say stuff, right, and it's not even me coming at JJ, I just want him to play better so we can win. Oh, you're being a JJ McCarthy hater. No, I'm being a realist, and I want to win a Super Bowl. There's not one player on this team that's above the team. Because at the end of the day, you're only going to win a Super Bowl because of the team, not just one player. There is the quarterback, the most important player, but you're not winning a Super Bowl with just a quarterback. It's just not going to happen. And I just want the best competition because at the end of the day, we don't know we don't know yet if JJ is going to be the guy or not. And I'm giving him time, but there's a lot of Viking fans that are not feeling him. There's a lot of Viking fans that do not think JJ McCarthy's the answer. I literally talk to some. I literally talk to people. They don't like him. And I'm telling them, wait for the rest of the season and we'll see what happens next season. This is why I said these last 4 games are so critical for his development and the momentum going into 2026 as a team and of course as a Viking fan, as the fan base. We want to have some positivity going into 2026 season. We don't want to go into the 2026 season and we still don't know if JJ McCarthy is able to run Kevin O'Connell's offense because this is Kevin O'Connell's offense. So we want to know, even though he's a young quarterback, can he run it in these last 4 games? So, but I wouldn't mind. You franchise tag him, then you trade him for the 2 first. I would love, man, that would have been smart, bro. You had McCarthy starting an extra first round. Yeah, trade away JJ, another 1 or 2. O-line. Man, I love the way you think, Mike, but they wasn't thinking like that. They wasn't thinking that far ahead, bro. Please beat the Cowboys. We're going to try, bro. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. He said, just go and draft son. It's over for the minute season. Yeah, it's not technically over. We still got 4 games, but I get what you're saying. Like, I'm not really focusing on the playoffs right now. What I'm focusing on is how Kevin O'Connell is going to coach this young quarterback. Because if J.J. McCarthy has a chance to being successful, he has to have a coach that calls plays that matches his talent right now, that matches his ability right now. And I want to see some type of consistency with the play calling. I want to see if J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson can have some type of chemistry down the stretch of the season. I want to see that because I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Justin Jefferson. He's very positive, and he hasn't said anything really negative to my knowledge about him having a down season. But at the same time, eventually he's gonna end up saying something. You gotta feed the best player offensively. The best skilled player is Justin Jefferson on this team. You gotta feed him some way, somehow, and get the ball in his hands. So I'm hoping down the stretch, J.J. McCarthy can find Justin Jefferson. I'm hoping that J.J. McCarthy can run this offense and really make it interesting down the stretch of the season. Where I'm not saying we're gonna make the playoffs, but we're there though. We're like a game behind. We a game or two behind of possibly making the playoffs. Not saying that we're not gonna get there, but at least we have momentum going into 2026. That's all I want is momentum going into 2026. That's all I want. Because if we don't have momentum and our team falls apart, bro, it's gonna get bad. The fan base is gonna trip. I already know. I've been to week 2. I never heard Viking fans boo so loud in my life. That whole stadium was booing the Vikings all out of the dang on a stadium. They was booing the crap out of the Vikings. I went to the Falcons game. They was not playing. The way their offense looked against the Falcons, they was booing them heavy, bro. What's going on? Pantels was good. Please beat the you got Jeff Okuda. Yeah, Jeff Okuda ain't really doing too much to share with us. The Vikings are straight. Yeah, I ain't saying too much. You gotta give me more information than that, bro. You gotta give me more than that. Green Bay been to 2 to 3 NFC championships in the last 6 years. Is people stupid? Well, I get what you're saying, but what people are really saying is Super Bowls. What it is, what it is. Y'all got how many Super Bowls the Green Bay has? I don't even know. I think they got like 2 or 3. I think they got like 2 or 3, right? I know they won one. I know they won one with Brett Favre. I know they won one with Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know how many more they had because I don't go that far back. But go Lions. We'll see what happens this when we play y'all again. Green Bay going undefeated in the NFC North. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. We'll see. They beat the Braves off my team, but we'll see. I'm not happy about Rob getting an extension. Oh, man, that's how you feel? What's going on, Star Wars? Mike, what's up? Man, Smeagol, what's good, man? I'm on a big rant because I know how important these last few games are for the Minnesota Vikings. These last few games for the Minnesota Vikings are so critical because if they don't look decent, I know for a fact there's going to be some big moves, and it's going to be shocking moves. I'm talking about a blockbuster trade. I'm talking about people getting fired potentially, depending on how these last 4 games go, bro. These are the most important 4 games in this season for the Vikings. I'm being honest with y'all, but I can see big moves coming. I don't know if it's going to be a Kevin O'Connell move. I don't know if it's going to be a crazy move. I don't know if they're going to try to do a blockbuster trade for a quarterback. Hey, listen, I don't know if Justin Jefferson going to act. Listen, there's going to be some moves, y'all. And this is why I'm hoping that the Vikings could do something and look decent in these last 4 games. I don't even care about the wins and losses. I just want to look halfway decent offensively. I know the defense is going to always be good, pretty much. I ain't worrying about the defense no more. I'm worried about the offense. I want the offense in these last 4 games to show something consistently. That's all I want to see. I don't even care about the wins and losses at this point. I don't care. I just want to see a half. I'm not gonna say half decent. I'm gonna say decent offense. Shout out to TY in the building. Mike just got off the with the Vikings owner. They traded you to Patriots for. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. If they do it, man, I got no choice then. I got no choice then. And could they still go 4 games left and see what they next year quarterback? What we will hold on. What will be next year at quarterback? We aren't making the playoffs. You said 4 games left to see what we will be next year at quarterback. I think it's even deeper than that. Look, quarterback definitely, but I want to see coaching as well. Because I know people are going to be like, why are you giving JJ McCarthy excuses? I'm not really giving him excuses. What I am is I really feel like the biggest problem all season wasn't JJ McCarthy when he did play. When JJ McCarthy was having those bad games, right? Most of the blame for me is Kevin O'Connell and his play calling because, and I said it so many times, I'm going to say it again because it's happening. It literally happened against the Commanders. We witnessed it. When you establish the run, listen, I don't know what our yards per carry all season when it comes to the run game, but I know that we got to be up there in the top 10. I know we got to be at least top 10 when it comes to yards per carry. The problem is we don't run the ball enough. The issue is play calling, y'all. And if the best friend to a quarterback, of course, the offensive line, you got to have a solid offensive line, but the running back is the best friend. Because like I said, instead of it being third and long, it could be third and 2. It could be third and short in general. Instead of and then you might have such a good running game where it could be a first down. You can move the sticks with your running back. Or you can play off of that running game, play action, and you'll have a better chance of completing a lot more passes to your tight end or whoever. You know what I mean? But when you don't establish the run game and you put all the pressure on a young quarterback, it's just like, dude, why did it take you until week 14 to realize this? And it's just like, I'm not trying to come at Kevin O'Connell. It's just me trying to win a damn game. I want us to win a Super Bowl. And this right now, bro, I don't know. I don't know, bro. His body language said he wants out. Justin Jefferson, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think positive about the whole Justin Jefferson stuff, but this is why I said these 4 games against the Cowboys, Giants, and Packers are so important for the like these are the most important games of the season, y'all, because it's the last 4 games. That's one. But for 2, you gotta look decent for the rest of the season offensively. I'm not saying that JJ's going to throw for 3 touchdowns every single game. That's not realistic. I don't even care if we lose, but I want to see us look decent. I want to see if Kevin O'Connell, the way he does the play calling, will tell me that he believes in JJ McCarthy or not. If he doesn't believe in him, bro, he's gonna go back to what he was doing earlier in the season. If he believes in him, he's gonna keep doing what he did against the Commanders. Because I don't want it to be a situation where, and I don't know how true or what's true, what's not. I don't want this to be a situation like the Browns. You can tell that the Browns head coach, what's his name? Kevin, whatever his name is, doesn't want Shedeur to be the starting quarterback. I don't care what nobody says. When you pull out a quarterback, when he's throwing 300 plus yards, threw for 3 touchdowns and run for a touchdown, he threw for like 360 yards, and you pull him out for two 2-point conversions. First of all, why are you going for a 2-point conversion? That's for one. For 2, what are you doing? It's like you're purposely trying to have your team lose because maybe it's draft position. That's one. But because you just don't like your quarterback. And I'm not saying Kevin O'Connell don't like JJ McCarthy. That's not what I'm saying. But it's kind of like, oh, you waited till week 14. What are you doing? So I don't know, man. I don't know if and this is why and I'm trying not to overthink this, y'all. This is what I'm starting to think. Did Kevin O'Connell really want JJ McCarthy? And this is going to tell us, these last 4 games is going to tell me a lot. Did he want to draft a quarterback? What was the decisions made? Like, what was the conversation between Kwesi and the head coach prior to drafting JJ McCarthy? I would love if there could be like I don't want to say wiretap, but like I just want to know. I want to know what the conversation was. I want to be nosy because I'm like lost on why you wait until week 14 to figure out to simplify the offense for your quarterback. I just don't understand it. I don't like the Cowboys at all. Minnesota can win. Yeah, we want to beat the Cowboys. I think if the offense is this bad next year, Jefferson is going to want out. I agree. Hey, listen, we sorry at him for it. Yes, and I agree with you. Fallout. I'm 100% with you, bro. If they can't get the ball to JJ McCarthy, I mean not JJ McCarthy. Oh my gosh, get it to Justin Jefferson, bro. How you not be able to get the ball to the best wide receiver in the game to a lot of people? Like, come on, bro. We got to figure something out. Chocolate Thunder, he said national TV versus the Cowgirl. Let's the test begin. Yeah, next draft, quarterbacks. Oh, so you're done with JJ McCarthy. Wow, he said quarterback, safety, wide receiver, and linebacker. Get competition in. Okay, I get what you're saying. So get competition in for. Okay, I got you. I got you now. I got you. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Hawk smash that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I want everybody to feel comfortable in the comments and be comfortable being on this channel. So please, if you can, keep it PG. You could talk trash because I'm gonna talk trash, but just keep it PG. And it's okay to agree to disagree with people. Zach Snap, what's good, bro? Green Bay has 4 Super Bowls. Okay. Hey, Zach Snap heard me ask that question, huh? Yo, he said what? He said Mike don't know how many Super Bowls the Green Bay Packers have. Hey, I'm gonna make sure I put it in the comments so we can see that. That's funny, man. The Vikings defense will destroy the Cowboys. Salute to everybody in the building, man. He said, yeah, I think we will. I want to see Minnesota Vikings score touchdowns from now on and less field goals. I agree, bro. I agree, Aiden. 100. What's up, my you mad? Hey, listen, Zach Snap. I ain't mad, bro. You know what though? I'm very fascinated about these last 4 games because I don't know what direction the Vikings are going to go in because we don't know what they're going to look like in these last 4 games. If they look good in these last, say for hypothetically speaking, say we go 2-2 in the last 4, or we go 3-1 in the last 4, or we lose all 4, but we look halfway decent still. Listen, I don't know, man. It's a lot of questions right now. A lot of questions for Super Bowls for the Packers. Watch Detroit put Green Bay out of players. Could happen. It could happen. Do you think the Vikings going after Kyler? You know what, Kyler Murray? I was thinking about that, but no, I don't see Kyler Murray being a quarterback that Kevin O'Connell will want. There's only a couple of quarterbacks that I think that Kevin O'Connell will probably trade for in the offseason if Quasi would go for it. Mac Jones, I think they will go for. If there was a big blockbuster trade for Justin Herbert, if there was a big trade for like a Joe Burrow, which I don't think that would ever happen. But I'm just saying those are the only quarterbacks. I don't see no other quarterbacks like another Sam Darnold type dude. Like who's the next Sam Darnold to become that used to be a so-called bust and then become one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I don't see another Sam Darnold. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. But I don't know about Kyler Murray though, man. Kyler Murray doesn't seem like he could be. I'm not saying he can't run an offense, but Kevin O'Connell wants a certain type of quarterback. You better be able to sling that ball. You better be accurate. You better be able to read some defenses because he's going to give you the whole playbook and he don't care. You better learn that playbook ASAP in the offseason. And and best believe you're not going to run. He's not going to want to run the ball with you. So you got to have I don't think Kyler Murray's that guy. I think it would be more of a Justin Herbert if they was going to make a big blockbuster trade for him, which I don't see the Chargers getting rid of him. Why would the Chargers get rid of Justin Herbert? I don't see why they would do that. So I'm just saying, Mac Jones is probably the only quarterback. Daniel Jones just tore his Achilles. Would the Vikings trade for him? Would the Vikings sign him coming off an Achilles injury? I don't know. I don't know. Do I think the coach should be fired? I'm gonna wait until these last 4 games is done. I want to see my quarterback JJ McCarthy look decent in the last 4 games. I know he might turn the ball over a couple of times or whatever, but I just want to see some decent play from my quarterback. And the reason why he'll have decent play, yeah, part of it is because of him, and a lot of it is because of Kevin O'Connell. Kyler Murray, sure, if they want to repeat of yeah, not Kyler Murray, nah. Before, yeah. before the season over, bro, you'll be a Pats fan. I try to give you shout out to my guy. 9 about to turn into Brady next year. Yo, that could have. See, I try not to go that route, y'all, because I'm a delusional Viking. Y'all know I'm a delusional Viking fan. I don't care. I take it as a compliment. But I try not to say that because there's already so much pressure on JJ McCarthy, man. I don't want to compare him to the GOAT. Like, that's the GOAT of all quarterbacks, in my opinion. So I don't want to do that, but that would be nice. That would be nice to see JJ McCarthy become the next Brady. You feel me? That'd be awesome. I'd be happy. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Guess what Brady used to do? Like, they used to run the ball a lot, too. Remember when they had Corey Dillon? Do y'all remember Corey Dillon? Does anybody remember Corey Dillon? Man, they was running the ball a lot, bro. And that's just one running back. I'm just going a little bit further back. But yeah, man. And he used to do a lot of short plays, dink and dunk plays. What's his name? Wes Welker. And what's the other wide receiver that was just Elderman or something? Yeah. I don't think the problem is that offense will be perfect for. Yo, that's a good. Listen, that offense that Tom Brady ran, who was the offensive coordinator? Because that offense will be perfect, in my opinion, for JJ McCarthy. I got to do some research about that. Smart decision. What up? What Tip Top Health? What's good with you, bro? Y'all didn't want to give Phillip Rivers that call. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, it's crazy that Phillip Rivers is actually back in the NFL, man. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, bro. He said Cleveland has a personal issue with it. Yeah. But AJ Brown wants stats and Justin Jefferson wants to win. Easy trade. Yeah. Green Bay got 4 Super Bowls. Okay. Oh man, y'all keep. Oh man, the same thing with the Clippers. Washington Dan Quinn is terrible. Colts getting rid of AR. Yeah, but listen, I don't know if I want the bull. I don't know if I want him. No. So the services will look. I wouldn't mind Ty. I'm rolling with Kevin O'Connor until the wheels fall off. Coach of the year last year. I understand that. I understand he was a coach of the year, but I'm just to the point, like, I always go back to like what the Eagles did. They had a Super Bowl winning coach and they let him go. So, I mean, coach of the year is all good, but if you're not winning Super Bowls, if you're not winning playoff games, like regular season awards, I'm done with regular season awards. As a Viking fan, we never won a Super Bowl. So, not to say that Kevin O'Connell can't be a very, very good coach and win a Super Bowl, because I don't consider him a very, very good coach until he wins a Super Bowl, until he wins a playoff game. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. He got outplayed against the Giants. He got outplayed against the Rams. I like Kevin O'Connell. And the biggest mystery right now is, can he develop J.J. McCarthy? If he can't coach J.J. McCarthy and we pretty much wasted a top 10 pick, like how good, like, I mean, I know we had a good record. I don't get it twisted. I know we had a very good record. But regular season awards to me is just, I'm done with that, bro. Because we went 14-3 and lost in the wild card round. Like, that's not good enough for me. I'm thinking beyond regular season. Like, I want to have a good record, don't get it twisted, but I also want to win in the playoffs when it counts the most. And that's the biggest issue that I have right now. Like, as a Viking fan, like, I feel like we deserve more than just regular season awards. I don't care about, like, listen, I would love to win the NFC North. I would love to have the first seed in the NFC and have a bye week in the playoffs. But I also would like to just get into the playoffs. And even if you barely get in and you win a playoff game, I would take that over a season where we won 14 games and got booted in the first round. And I know this is not just all on Kevin O'Connor. The players got to play, and there's different things that happen throughout the game. But it just seems like every time we have a big game, we get out-coached. Against the Giants, we let Daniel Jones look like Patrick Mahomes, and that was the defense. But what about the offense on 4th and 8? You do a dink and don't pass to T.J. Hockenson, expecting him to get a first down. And then going to the Rams. When we went to the against the Rams last year in the wild card round, all right, the defense was not good in the first half. The defense made adjustments and they played better in the second half. I think we only gave up like 3 points in the second half. But what happened to the offense? The whole offense still struggles throughout the whole entire game. So he's the offensive play caller. He's the offensive minded head coach. So this is I don't know, man. I'm not saying he's not going to be a good coach, a great coach one day, but for me, it's to be continued. And I just want Viking fans. I just want us to win. That's all. I'm just a passionate Viking fan. I just want us to win so bad. And when you see, like, I could understand if he won playoff games. I could understand if he won a Super Bowl as a head coach. He hasn't done that. And I'm just not, I'm not, anybody can go if it means that the Vikings are going to get better and win a Super Bowl. If you can't just fire Kevin O'Connell and not have a backup plan. That's not what I'm saying. Don't fire the man if you don't got no backup plan. Quasi, I'm not really sure about that. But you got to have a good backup plan because he regular season record, he's very good. But I'm thinking beyond regular season. I'm thinking beyond it. Deion Branch, Edelman, Josh McDaniel was the Josh McDaniel. Okay, Josh McDaniel. Yeah, you want to be a pet. Hey, no, I don't, bro. No, I don't. I would say Jimmy Garoppolo for backup for JJ. How old is Jimmy Garoppolo? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I just need a backup. Denver Broncos versus Green Bay Packers are going to be a banger. Whew. That is a tough game to call. It depends on where they at. Are they in Green Bay or are they in Denver? Either way, I mean, I don't know. That's a good game. Both defenses are playing lights out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's one for you, Mike. Do you think if we got Rodgers last summer, we would be in the playoffs mix right now? Whew. I think we would have more wins. I think we'll definitely be in the playoff mix. I think because Aaron Rodgers, our offensive line isn't good, right? Because of injuries. I think it's more injuries than anything. But the one thing, Aaron Rodgers seen it, done it. He's seen everything. He's seen every defense. I think he will know, hey, listen, my left side of my offensive line is struggling. I'm gonna get the ball out of my hands a lot quicker. I'm not going to try to wait for plays to develop. And the one thing about Aaron Rodgers is he's an all-time great quarterback. I know he's up there in age, but he's an all-time great. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame when he retires. So the one thing about him is he's gonna have the confidence enough to be like, yo, even though Kevin O'Connell might call a certain play, Aaron Rodgers he might audible out of that. He can just audible and not care really because he been there. He won a Super Bowl. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So I think the offense will run a lot smoother. But my only issue, listen, I think Justin Jefferson will look a lot better. I think everybody will look a lot better. I think the run game, I don't really know. I think we'll establish the run game. I think we would. My only issue, though, is this. Like I said earlier in this live stream, I'm honestly thinking this was a blessing in disguise for J.J. McCarthy because say he does sit another year. Sometimes quarterbacks can do good after sitting a couple of years. Sometimes you just might not be the guy. I look at it like this. Getting this experience right now, battling through all these injuries, and these last 4 games, you just beat the brakes off the Commanders. You threw for 3 touchdowns. You ran for like 30 yards with your legs. You didn't turn the ball over one time. The offense that was the best game of his career against the Commanders. Imagine you doing your thing in these last 4 games against the Cowboys, the Giants, the Packers, and the Lions, and you have all the momentum in the world, and the Viking fan base has something to be excited about. That's for one. But we know what we have. It would still be a mystery if we had Aaron Rodgers. Because, listen, do I think we would have won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers? Man, it's a big mystery because we have a top 8 defense right now. I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions, man. But I still want to get experience for J.J. McCarthy. And I want to see what this man can do. I see the potential in his play. My only issue is play calling. And can he run Kevin O'Connell's system? Because then you go to the part of, well, some fans say, well, geez, he sat a whole year. How's he not know the plays? How's he not able to process everything that's on the field, to process, like, really know what he's doing? Well, I always tell people it's a difference between sitting and learning the playbook and actually being out on the field. The out there on the field is different from just learning the playbook and stuff. Like, I understand you can work on your mechanics, your mechanics and all that, and your drop backs and all that, but it's so different when you play. So I think this is the best day for him, and hopefully he does good because I'm cheering for him. I don't listen. I do not want this to be a failure, but I feel like if it does fail, it's because of the coach, not because of JJ McCarthy. That's just my opinion. Watch Green Bay lose in the playoffs first round like they always do. Oh, snap! Just kidding. I was going again. What is it? Aiden, the biggest cheesehead in the channel. We talking the Broncos down. Oh, we think the Broncos down. Mike, the Vikings still have a chance to get in. I know they still have a chance to get in the playoffs, but I'm not really focusing on the playoffs though, bro. Like I'm not focusing on the playoffs. Like I'm more focusing on on developing this offense and making it look good to match the talent that we have at quarterback. I don't care. Listen, I would love to get to the playoffs. But at the end of the day, bro, we're just going to take one game at a time. We got to beat the Cowboys. If we can beat the Cowboys this Sunday night, I will talk about the playoffs a lot more. But if we lose, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? In Denver. It's in Denver. Okay. How about the? Oh, you said Trevor Lawrence? I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence guy, man. Like, he is talented, though. I will admit, Trevor Lawrence is talented. But why would the Jags give him up? You think the Jags will give him up? What would you have to give to the Jags to get a Trevor Lawrence? And this is why I said these last 4 games are important, because I don't want to do all that. I want our quarterback that we have now in JJ McCarthy to be our franchise guy. I don't want to trade multiple first-round picks for Justin Herbert or Mac Jones or Trevor Lawrence or whoever. Like, unless it's Joe Burrow or Josh Allen or somebody of that caliber, I'm not trying to do none of that. I don't want to. This is why I want JJ McCarthy to be so I want him to be successful, because I don't want the Vikings to make that decision, because I don't know. I don't want that to happen. Aaron Rodgers would win the Super Bowl. He would have more talent than yes, yo. He will be good with the Vikings, I think. I think you'll look better and had KOC not taking 14 weeks to adjust. Exactly. You could see the playbook was bad for McCarthy and Brosmer. Yeah. How many times were you yelling, hike the ball at the line? Exactly, bro. Facts. You talking facts, bro. You talking facts, bro. It was taking too long to understand and relay the plays. Exactly, bro. There's so many times where they're about to have a false start, or what's it? Is it false start? Not false start. Delay a game. Delay a game penalty because they couldn't get the dang on ball. They couldn't hike the ball. He said, or Drake May. Hey, listen, I'm not trading for nobody in 2024 NFL draft, bro. I love Drake May. Y'all know how I feel about Drake May. But I'm rocking with JJ McCarthy. He's our quarterback. Ain't nothing. The Patriots would never do anything to trade Drake May. At this point, why would they? If they did, they'll be the stupidest franchise in NFL history, because at the rate that he's going, for him to be in the MVP conversations his second year in the NFL, that doesn't happen. That doesn't really happen often. So they got something special in Drake May, and we'll see. But I don't see them doing that. Nah, T.Y., we not even trying to get him. We're not even trying to get him, bro. Like, we not. Like, if we was going to get a quarterback that's young, the only quarterback that I'm willing to trade for that's like in their 20s, that's really, really, really young, I'm talking about like early 20s. If the Browns don't want Shadir, I'll go take Shadir. Quarterback competition. Let's go. What's another quarterback? That's it. And I could think of. Because all the other quarterbacks ain't going nowhere. Jackson Dart ain't leaving the Giants. That's their franchise quarterback. Drake May ain't leaving the Patriots. That's their franchise quarterback. Jaden Daniels ain't leaving the Commanders. That's their franchise quarterback. Bo Nix ain't leaving the Broncos. That's their franchise quarterback. The only guy that's young that's looking halfway decent is Shadir, and I don't think the Browns want him as their franchise quarterback. So that might be hey, listen, Browns, I know that y'all don't really like Shadir, and I can give you a third. I'll give you even up to a second, and then and then you have a true competition at quarterback, and see who wins. Because who was the quarterback prior to Russell Wilson? Where before Russell Wilson got, because Russell Wilson was like a third, right? Or a fourth round pick. But there was a quarterback that the Seahawks paid, and then when he got hurt, Russell Wilson took over, and then Russell Wilson took his job. Like, it happens. So I just want quarterback competition. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like it is now. If JJ McCarthy happened to go down, no disrespect to Max Brosmer, I'm not feeling that. I'm not rocking with that. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want that bull. I don't listen, I don't know. I ain't mean to say that. Max Brosmer, I ain't trying to hate on you, bro. But nah, bro. Nah, listen. We better get a backup quarterback. Or if they don't get a backup quarterback, the only young quarterback I'm willing to trade for is Shadir. And I don't think it would happen because I think it'll be too much pressure. They wouldn't want that pressure around JJ McCarthy. And we already, listen, I'm just saying they wouldn't do it. Just saying they wouldn't do it. Even though I feel like there should be competition in the quarterback room. There should be, like, especially if JJ McCarthy plays these last 4 games and he doesn't look the best, bro, there needs to be competition. I still think McCarthy was the right call. It'd be smarter to keep Darnold, but he wanted to get paid. Facts. McCarthy still played like dude, but that last game showed the stats. Yeah, I told you he did in Michigan, high accuracy, low turn. Exactly. But what did they do? They ran the ball. Why don't they run the ball? Because Kevin O'Connell don't like running the ball. He likes to sling that ball down the field. He likes big plays. That's what he likes. And I'm not mad at him, but you should have got a quarterback that was more like that did those type of things. You get what I'm saying? You should have drafted a quarterback that slings the ball all over the place. The Saints quarterback looking pretty solid too right now. Yeah. Man. I don't mind Sanders. It's just everything that comes with him that I don't want. Man, I think the stuff that comes with him, I think people are just saying a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even really think he's saying anything. Like since he's been in the NFL, all I hear is good things from teammates. Myles Garrett said good things about him. He's the best defensive edge rusher in the whole NFL. There's no, I'm not hearing anything that this man said that was negative. What I think it is, right? I think people mistake confidence with arrogance. When they I don't really like how confident he is. He's arrogant. Nah, bro. It's confidence, bro. I really feel like that. There was and I remember when he got drafted, right? He dropped to the 5th round. Everybody was telling me he can't really throw accurate. Everybody told me he was slow with his feet, couldn't run for first downs. Everybody told me this man was bad. They just said he was bad. They just read him. Listen, he's bad. Don't even mess with Bull. Listen, in the couple of games that he played, getting first team reps, I think he played how many games? 3? He's looking decent. He threw for 3 touchdowns in one game. He ran for a touchdown. He threw for 300 plus yards in a game. And one thing he said, I know he says a lot, I'm Christian, so he thanks God. I think he said one statement the one time, the first time they won the game, his first win was, he said, they've been looking for me or something. I'm who they've been looking for. I like that swag, bro. People will say, oh, he's being arrogant. Bro, that's not arrogance, man. And I just feel like people are hearing what other people say, and they're just like, oh, he must be a bad person because everybody else is saying it. Like, nah. That's why I always tell people, man, do your own research, get your own information, because it's not like that. It's not like that. I don't think it's what people think. I don't see him being in the streets. I don't see him doing anything crazy, but people got this personal dislike for him, and I don't understand it, because it's just like, what has he done since he's been in the NFL? What did he do to anybody? He got his first team reps, and he's starting to look decent, and people are still like, oh, well, he didn't go against nobody. All right, okay, bet. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I hope the best for the young man. I hope the best for all the young quarterbacks, but I don't know, man. I do not know. I'm seeing some good things from him, though. We'll see what happens. You said it's no, that it was him. I don't know. So from Cleveland would be good pickup. Watson. Nah, stop it, Ty. Nah, I don't want him. Matt Flynn. It was Matt Flynn. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Bob. Yes, you're right. Matt Flynn got that contract. Thank you. It was Matt Flynn. He got that bag from the Seahawks. I think he got hurt, and Russell Wilson took over, bro. And he didn't look back. He didn't look back. So, yeah, thank you for that, Bob. Shout out to you, bro. He beat him out. Oh, he just beat him out. Okay. He just beat him out. Hold on real quick, y'all. I'm trying to see something real quick. All right, so, but shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. So, yeah. Exactly. He said it ain't bragging if you can back it up. But they wasn't even trying to give that man an opportunity, bro. I understand he's a 5th round pick, so it is what it is. It's not like he's a 1st round pick, yo. We talking about a 5th round pick. And it's like the world is against him. I never seen anything like this. Being a football fan, I might have seen it when it was LeBron James when he got into the NBA, but it wasn't like I don't know, man. It's different. This is a different type of energy, bro. Deion was very cocky, arrogant, and his son. Yeah. And he still having everyone. Yeah, that's true. You don't hear Jackson or Allen saying those things Sanders does. Jackson or Allen. What did Sanders say that can y'all please put in the comments? What did name all the things that Sanders said that was bad? I want to hear this. I want to hear it. Tell me everything that he said. Tell me some quotes. Give me some quotes that he said. What do you think about Phillip Rivers coming back? You know what? Phillip Rivers that came back, in my honest opinion, he's 44 years old. I always like Phillip Rivers because I love the way he talks trash to the other players. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to look like. Listen, I don't know what he's going to look like. We might as well just bring Brett Favre back. How old is Brett Favre, man? Hold on, man. Let me look up Brett Favre real quick, y'all. We might as well just bring Brett Favre back. Bring Tom Brady back. Bring Tom Brady. You might even bring. No, don't bring Peyton. Peyton was kind of he was kind of hurt. Yeah. Bring Tom Brady back. How old is Tom Brady? I'm gonna look up Tom Brady right now. Tom Brady. Oh, he's 48. I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know about the Tom Brady talk. Brett Favre. How old is Brett? How old is Brett Favre, y'all? Oh, he 56. Never mind. Hey, listen, we ain't never. Hey, listen, Brett Favre, my bad, bro. We ain't bringing you back, bro. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you, bro. Hey, listen, he 56 years old, y'all. We ain't bringing Brett Favre back. I don't want nothing bad to happen to that man. But yeah, I'm happy for Phillip Rivers, man. I'm happy for him. I just hope the best for him. I hope health is well. You know what I'm saying? I hope health is well. You know what I mean? That's all. I don't want the man to get hurt. That's my biggest thing right now. If he gets hurt, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed. That's all. I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm gonna be very disappointed because I don't want that to happen to my brother Phillip Rivers, man. We don't want that. What are he 44? We don't want that, man. We don't want that. Brett has at least not, but yeah, man. Brett Favre, man. I was Phillip Rivers guy on the chart. Yeah, I love Phillip Rivers. As a player, he was really good. Rivers haven't played since 2020. What year we in, y'all? He hasn't played since 2020. What year are we in, y'all? 2020. What year are we in? 2025. We about to be in 2026 in a few days. Hey, listen, it's been a while, but maybe it's like riding a bike. Maybe it's like riding a bike, and he'll figure it out. You know how when you haven't rode a bike in years, and then you hop on the bike and you just know. Maybe it's like riding a bike. I don't know. But what I will say is I am cheering for my guy, Phillip Rivers. I am cheering for Phillip Rivers because that is a big deal for him to try to come back at the age of 44, missing like 5 years of football, but playing for a contender and the Colts, because the Colts are just they falling apart, man. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that Phillip Rivers is going through what he's going through, man. Like, I mean, not Phillip Rivers, the Colts and Daniel Jones. Like that Daniel Jones injury, bro. That's a hurt piece. That is a hurt piece. That sucks. And this is why I try to tell you the second most important position in football is a backup quarterback. You got to have two quarterbacks, man. You can't go, listen, you got to have two backup quarterbacks. And you don't wait to late in the offseason to say, oh, well, we're going to sign Carson Wentz. Like, what are we doing? That's on crazy right there. That's on crazy. That's what it is. It's on crazy for that. It's on crazy for that. I'm reading the comments. He said, "I was Brett probably still slinging it, but can't take. No. We don't. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, Fallout. We not even going to have that man even come back, bro. I was about to say, let's bring Brett Favre. No, never mind. I take that back. Brett Favre, I care about your health, my brother. Don't come back to the NFL. Don't. I hope this ain't a trend. I understand Phillip Rivers is coming back, but let's not make this a trend. Let's not bring players that are 40 plus years old back to the NFL. I say that respectfully. Now, I was about to say Peyton Manning. Don't do it because I know he had a lot of injuries before he retired. Eli Manning, no. Drew Brees, no. Tom Brady, I want to say no, but he's the GOAT. Can he still sling the ball? Yo, Tom Brady would have been perfect for the Vikings, man. Why couldn't the Vikings draft Tom Brady? I'm going to have to do my research, and I'm going to see who the Vikings drafted instead of Tom Brady. I got to do my dang on research. Why couldn't the Vikings draft Tom Brady? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't we be the guy to get Tom Brady? Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers drafted 1 and 2 in the same draft. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm pulling for Rivers and the grandparents. Shout out to DMJ, baby. Shout out to my guy. He said, and stop with the listen, bro. Listen, bro. You my homie, man. You my brother from another mother, bro, come on, bro. Why are you gonna put the eagle emoji in the comments, bro? Hey, listen, man. When we go against the Eagles next season, we're gonna beat the brakes off of y'all. And I say that respectfully. He said, I'm pulling for he said, I would have called Tom Brady. Oh, snap. I'm pulling for Rivers. Don't be hating on On 56. Hey, listen, Bob, ain't nothing personal. I just don't want y'all to get hurt playing professional football, bro. I don't want y'all getting hurt playing professional football. Listen, man, one hit, it's not going to be a good time. You talking about offensive linemen that are almost 400 pounds, that are super fast, super strong, and then they put all that weight on you when they you, or even if they don't sack you, they're going to hit you. Listen, bro, I just want the best for everybody. Tom Brady on the Vikings this year would have been fire, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I would have been nice. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, I was calling for Tom Brady when we had Kirk Cousins. People was like, why would you want old Tom Brady? We have Kirk Cousins. I said, yo, bro, you're telling me you'll choose a Kirk Cousins that's a little bit young. He's younger than Tom Brady. But we talking about the GOAT. We talking about the GOAT. I know he's up there, but he ain't up there. He good. I think he can still play good. If Tom Brady was to play for the Vikings when we had Kirk Cousins a couple years ago, I think Tom Brady would have been pretty good. That's just my opinion, especially with Justin Jefferson. Just think about it. Like, that would be crazy. Colts fans are crying, but I think he probably can't play because isn't he like part ownership of like the Raiders or something like that? I don't know how that works. If you're a owner of like a team, can you play? I don't know. Colts fans are crying a River. Yeah, I feel bad for the Colts, man. They are bringing Rivers back in number 7 quarterback. That was San Francisco kid. A good fit. I guess I don't even want to say. Yeah. Let's go, old man Rivers. Let's get it. Brady could do it. Hey, listen. Andrew Luck. Oh my gosh, Mike. He said Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck retired because of the injuries, but if he healed up, man, listen. People forget how good Andrew Luck was. That man got drafted, played his first year, was putting up numbers his first year. It's crazy how good Andrew Luck was for the Colts. But that man said, I am done. That man said, I get hurt every year. I got to have a crazy offseason trying to heal my body and then get hurt again. Football's a brutal sport, man. That's why they get paid the big bucks. They get paid the big bucks for a reason. But yeah, Andrew Luck, man, I would have loved to have Andrew Luck, man. Straight up. But I'm still stuck on a Tom Brady. We should have drafted Tom Brady. Tom Brady isn't Tom Brady if he goes to the Vikings. Oh, come on, Mike. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Hey, T.Y., we're not going to talk about no personal stuff like that, bro. We don't care. We talking about football. We ain't talking about none of that. We're talking about the game of football. You talking about some personal celebrity gossip stuff. I'm not doing no celebrity gossip. I'm talking about football, bro. Respectfully speaking. But come on, Mike. Tom Brady isn't Tom Brady if he goes to the Vikings, respectfully. Then you add the respectfully at the end. You're using what I usually say. Don't do that, bro. Mike, don't do that to me, bro. Why can't he? He'll be better than he ever been if he was with the Vikings. See, I truly believe that. You saw Brett Favre. When Brett Favre came to the Vikings, he was the best he ever been. Yeah, I said it, Green Bay Packer fans. He was the best he has ever been when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. Now imagine Tom Brady throwing to Justin Jefferson. Because at the time, did we have Jordan Anderson there for one season? I don't know. But yeah, Carson Wentz was Vikings' best quarterback this year. I don't know, man. I don't know because I think J.J. McCarthy played really good against the Commanders. Man, the Colts' next 2 games are Seahawks and 49ers. He's cooked. That's funny, man. That's funny reading that comment. I'm not laughing at like that Rivers is gonna do bad, but it's just funny how you said it though, man. That's funny. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Vikings drafted here's over in defensive tackle. Hey, listen, bro. We should have drafted Tom Brady. It don't matter who we drafted. No matter who we drafted, we should have drafted Tom Brady. But I appreciate you with that information, my brother. He said, y'all did not take a quarterback in 2000. Yeah. Okay, fly Eagles, fly. You like that. I ain't worried about none of that. Colts got Seahawks, 49ers, Jags, Houston, Texas is. Oh my gosh. They got the Seahawks, 49ers, Jags in Houston. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Rivers going to go off the net. Yo, what if Rivers has like a great last 4 games? What are y'all going to say? Everybody's coming out of retirement. Tom Brady's going to be like, I got that itch again, man. I got that itch to come back to the game. After seeing Phillip Rivers, I'm trying to tell y'all, somebody's coming out of retirement, y'all. And guess what? You know what's going to be crazy? Aaron Rodgers ain't going nowhere. He's going to say, I got a good 5 years left. Watch. If Phillip Rivers plays well, Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, well, I'm 41, 40, I'm 41, 40. What is he? 40, 41? He's going to say, I got a good 5 years left. I got a good 5 years left, ladies and gentlemen. The coach refused to give him an O-line. They absolutely hated him for some reason. Oh, you talking about Andrew Luck? Man, Andrew Luck he was such a great quarterback. Even with a bad offensive line, he was still a good quarterback. It didn't matter. If they would have had a better offensive line, he would have been great. All-time great. It sucks, man. Sucks. What do you not like about? I'm not going to get into it, but you pretty much know. MJ was 38 when you dropped 51. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I ain't hate. Hey, listen, with the Wizards, I get it, Bob. I get it. I ain't hating. I ain't hating. I witnessed some of the Wizard games. Yeah. I want everyone. See why you acting funny. He said Megatron coming back. Nah, Megatron ain't coming back. Who's your number 1 seed in both conferences at the end of the regular season? Who's your number 1? You know what? Fallout. I think the number 1 seed. Let me look at the records right now. But before I look at it, I'm gonna go Patriots number 1 for the AFC and NFC. I'm going Rams. Let's see what the records are, though. Let me see what the records are because I don't know the records by heart. But I know, but for me, all right, so NFC East, Packers are 9-3. Packers might do it too, though. But I got the Rams. Rams are 10-3. I got the Rams being the number 1 seed in the NFC. The AFC, I got the Patriots. Patriots are 11-2. Broncos are 11-2. I got the Patriots, man, but the Broncos is just tough, bro. The Broncos is tough. Man. Broncos is tough. That defense is just It's amazing when you build a good defense, man. What can happen when you build that defense up like that? The Bills are 9-4 behind the Patriots. But playoffs, I'm taking Rams versus Bills in Super Bowl. Whew. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I do like the Rams a lot. The AFC is in the air for me. I have not a clue who's going to get into the Super Bowl. Like, I don't even care who the first seed is. I think the first seed could lose easy. Like, I think the first seed could lose in the AFC. I don't listen. The AFC stacked because you got to think of it like this, right? You got the Patriots, you got the Bills, and the AFC East. Those are 2 good teams, right? Then you got the Steelers. Well, they're in the AFC North, but anything can happen in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers might do his thing, Or the Jags are winning the AFC South, but the issue that I have, not really an issue, the Texans look amazing. The Texans look amazing defensively. Y'all got the Bills. You know what, though? Y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. I think he's the best quarterback in the game. Just my opinion. But I just don't know, bro. It's so much competition in the AFC. It's like the NBA, like the Western Conference. The Western Conference in the NBA, I call it the Wild Wild West. Now for the AFC, it's just like the Western Conference in the NBA. It's so many good teams. Anything can happen. Even the Chargers are 9-4. Like, there's so many good teams, bro, and they're in second place. They're in second place. The Jags are in first in the AFC South. The Colts got Phillip Rivers. Hey, listen, I'm going for Phillip Rivers, baby. I'm going for Phillip Rivers, baby. Let's go. He said, Fallout said, I got the Bills winning it all. Patriots probably the first seed, and I don't think they have the experience to seal the deal in the postseason, but they have talent. You ain't lying. They might shock some people. I don't know. How does it feel that you never see them? Man, whatever, TY. He said Jags blew out the Chargers and Colts. Yeah. The Jags be doing some things, man. I just don't know, man. Like, that division is so up in the air. There's 4 games left. You got the Jags, they're 9-4. You got the Texans, they 8-5. The Colts are 8-5. The only team that you don't got to worry about is the Titans. They 2-11. The Jags, the Texans, and the Colts. That is a crazy division. I didn't even think that. Listen, this might be the best division. Nah, I still got the NFC North. Hey, listen, I got the NFC North, the best division. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you super Hulk smash that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Appreciate you. Jags also got blown out, though. That's true. See, the Jags is a mystery. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm going for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. I ain't going to lie. But I love the Texans defense, bro. That division is up in the air, bro. That division's still up in the air. And we in week 15. Like, it's crazy. Even the AFC North, the Steelers and the Ravens, the Steelers are 7-6, and the Ravens are 6-7. That's still up in the air, which is crazy. So it's like we got 2 divisions that's definitely up in the air. I think the Patriots will win the AFC East. The Broncos, I think, will win the AFC West. The Chiefs, I can't believe the Chiefs are really not going to make the playoffs probably. They got to win out, and they need a lot of help. All right, so listen. For the NFC East, the Eagles are 8-5. They're winning the NFC East. I think they're going to win the NFC East. There's no competition there. So they're going to make the playoffs. But what would the Eagles do in the playoffs is another story. When you talk about the NFC North, it's stacked, bro. Because even the Vikings is doing something right now. Even the Vikings, my squad. Let's go to the bowl, purple and gold. Y'all know the vibes. Go Vikings. We about to win out. So the Vikings is 5-8. We mess around and win out. We'll be 9-8 and sneak into the playoffs. Or, and listen, you got the Lions, they 8-5. The Bears are 9-4. The Packers are 9-3. That's crazy. Like, why is our division so stacked? Like, why can't it be? Why is it like this? If the Rams don't win the Super Bowl, the Vikings should trade for Matthew. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, Bob. And I see where you going with this because you know Kevin O'Connell, he was the offensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, bro. You said something that could honestly happen. You on to something, Bob. You on to something. But would you give up on J.J. McCarthy? Would you give up on J.J. McCarthy for Matthew Stafford? What if they said, I want J.J. McCarthy from you? Then what you gonna say? Look out, Houston in the Jags, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, ain't lying. If Houston drops one game, the Jags will take that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. He said, Jags are so inconsistent. You never know with T-Long will show. Exactly. And listen, Mike, but bro, their defense, bro. I get it. I don't know what's going to happen with them. But man, when they're on point. Oh, you talking about the Jags. My bad. I'm thinking of the Texans. I'm talking about the Texans. Yeah, you're right, though. The Jags are not consistent. Right. They're inconsistent. Right. I don't know about the Jags, man. I don't know. Rams in Houston Super Bowl. It could happen. How are they inconsistent in the past 5 games? They have dropped 25 points. I think because I don't know. I just something about them. There's something about them, bro. I don't know, bro. It's something about them that I feel like I don't know, man. Something's missing. I don't know what it is. But I gotta give them respect. They 9-5? I can't even hate on them though. Bring back the Oilers. The Jazz are a better Panthers. They can beat any team, but they can lose to any team. Yeah, bro. Steelers and Ravens first and done. First round and done. KC needs to revamp their O-line and need help on D. I agree. When they play Broncos. Rivers has 10 kids. Y'all funny, man. I ain't trying to talk about this man's personal life, man. Y'all funny, man. Because no one cares about the Jags outside of Jags fan. Yo, you know what's crazy? Like, I'm like the only Viking fan from Pennsylvania, bro. There's not many of us, man. Not many of us, man. But there's Viking fans all over the country, though. There's a lot of Viking fans outside the country. I mean, outside the country. Outside of Minnesota, I mean. Outside of Minnesota. But you know what team that's all over the place, unfortunately, and I say this respectfully? The Dallas Cowboys. What can go wrong will go wrong. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. See you tomorrow. So, what do you say? See you tomorrow on ESPN First Take tomorrow morning. Type 100% Kyler Murray will be a Viking quarterback. I don't think it's happening, bro. Jags have always been this. You know what? You're 100% right though, bro. I don't think people talk about the Jags all like that. I never really thought anything about the Jags. Like I never hated on the Jags. Stafford too old last year as elite for him. Houston's offense. Hey, listen, man. Anytime you got Phillip Rivers coming back from retirement, he's unretiring. Listen, bro, ain't nobody too old, bro. It don't matter what your age is. You could be 56 years old. Brett Favre, come back to the NFL. Hey, Tom Brady, you're 48 years old. Come back to the NFL. Anybody, don't matter. Come back to the NFL. If a team was willing to pay you and they would give you the starting job, come back to the NFL. Yeah, come back, baby. Houston offense can't beat good rounded teams. Okay, I can agree with that. Vikings got a cool stadium though. I'm there once a year when my Go Packers. Oh, for real? You a Packers fan from Minnesota? That is crazy. Strange and this Monday. Yeah, man, we're gonna see. But all right, y'all, I'm about to get off. Thank you so much for vibing with me. I might be on a little bit later, but I want to say thank you so much for everybody that's rocking with your boy. I truly appreciate everybody. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. God bless everybody. Be safe, everybody. Strive for greatness, everybody. Never give up on yourself. Keep striving to the top. But I'm out. Peace.